Hey, I'm just going to go over the basics of kind of organizing Google Drive. The first thing that people usually get confused about is they think they've lost all their files because they'll get onto here and they won't be logged in. And so right up here in this corner, it kind of tells you who's logged in and what account. So some people have personal and the Hollister Schools account. So make sure that you're on the right account. So that's the first piece. Next thing is once you're into your account, you have a lot of different options here. And so these are my folders. You can see you can color code them. You can have you can organize them any way you want. You might be familiar with organizing your stuff in Word and that kind of stuff. So everything comes from here. So this is everything that has a hand on it is a live link, and I can do different things with it. And so you can Google, like many other things, there's a few different ways you can do it. If you're linear or if you're however you want to do your drive and navigate it. I choose to come over here. I use this new button. And so if I wanted to create a new folder, I would just go new folder and then title the folder whatever I wanted. And then I just hit create, and it will create that folder for me. So when I come down here, there is the folder I've just created. Now, so folders are kind of the bigger piece. And so say I wanted to create a document inside this folder, I could click this to open it. And so anything I hit the new button now, it will create it inside this folder. So that's kind of just an efficiency thing. So I can create a new folder in there, and I can call this folder test 2 and create that folder. And the same thing, so I can create as many tiers as I want. If I want to change this, I can do all of these things with this. And so I just came over here and right clicked on it. I can choose to open with. If I had some add-ons in here, I could use those apps that I have. We're not going to get into that. If I want to share it, that means I want somebody to be able to collaborate with me on it. I could do that here. I can get the shareable link, which is important, but it's going to be part of another screencast. And I can move it. And so when I'll just click on the move to, I can move it to whatever folder I want. So if I decide I don't want it here, I can move it to any of these folders as well and click the move here. I can also change the color of it. Here's where you do that. So if I want that to be, okay, we'll make it green. So it stands out to me, and I can do whatever I want inside there. So if I have all my one type of folders are green, all my other stuff I can make red. You can get as complex as you want. So if I decided I wanted to rename this, I can rename this Sean's folder, and it's renamed. And I can also create documents inside here. So if I want to do, say, new, and I want to use a Google Doc, it's going to put it right there in there. It's going to be in my piece. Now, one of the cool things about Google Docs is you'll see a tab set, and I love the tabs, so I have tons of them, but I can always go back. So I don't necessarily hit the back button. I just go here. That takes me to the screen that I was at previously. And this allows me to toggle between different screens that I use, and I use frequently. So it saves me a lot of time to have that tab set up, and we'll probably do another video to kind of show you how to organize your tabs. So come back to my drive. Right here in my drive, when you'll get an email notification sometimes that somebody will share with you, and so that they've shared a document, and so the the documents are in here. So and they're in here until you decide to move them to Drive. And so you can see that there's the Drive symbol and plus, and so if I wanted to move this particular item to my Drive, I could put it there, and then I can organize it inside. So I'll just look at this one, and it's added to my Drive, and then I click Organize, and I can add that to any of the folders that I want to add it to. So maybe it's EdCamp Picks because that goes together. I can click that and hit Move here. So if you haven't added it to your Drive, a lot of times where people get lose items is because they assume it's in their Drive. And so but it's not in your Drive until you've added it to your Drive. So when people are sharing to, that's important. So you have Google Photos, self-explanatory. It'll dump all your photos in there. If you want, it'll if you set it up, it'll take them automatically from your phone and put them in there. So just know that. And then this is a really handy feature of recent. And so these are all the things that I worked on recently. So you're sometimes you got a lot of stuff going on and you're like, man, I just worked on that and I didn't mean to close it. You just go to recent. And then you can star them, which makes them your favorite. Same concept. And then you can search by starred items this way. And then you have your trash. And sometimes things get moved to the trash. And so you have that. So you can see I have 2 gigs used. You get quite a bit of storage space, so I wouldn't worry about that. So it's just there's a lot of really cool organizational tools that you can use, and I hope that this was at least a basic kind of instruction on how to do the basic part of organizing your Google Drive.